Hi there students, this is Dr. John, your physics and math professor, and today I'm going to help you with an aspect of optics, which is probably the most confusing aspect for most high school students, and that is sign convention. And instead of giving you tables to memorize, I'm going to give you a couple of simple tricks that will help you to conquer this area. And everything's based upon something called as it should be. I made this up, and this will hopefully help you to remember these things without memorizing vast tables. If this helps, remember to like and subscribe. That helps me a lot as well. So here I've drawn 4 examples for you: a converging mirror, a converging lens, a diverging mirror, and a diverging lens. Now notice what mirrors should do. Mirrors should reflect light over here. At least that's what we tend to think in our heads. So light should go over here and images should form over here. What should lenses do? Lenses should let light through. That would sort of make sense to us. So let's look at these couple of 7 different things here. First of all, we have the object, labeled O, drawn in green there. The object is where light comes from. So the distance from the object to the lens, or the object to the center of the mirror there, is a positive distance because light comes from there. Then we have the image, and that's one of the tricky ones. The image is positive if it is on the side where it should be. So the mirror should, at least that's what we tend to think, mirrors should reflect light. So if an image is on that side of the mirror, this distance from the mirror to the image is a positive distance. If it's a lens, you would think that lenses should let light through. That's where an image should form. So if there's an image over here, this is a positive distance because that's where light should be. Now notice over here the diverging lenses, or the diverging mirrors and lenses. Here's a mirror. Remember, mirrors should reflect, at least that's what we think, but the image is over here. It's on the wrong side of the mirror, so it's a negative distance, the image. And this one over here too, light should go through a lens, we think. This is on the wrong side of the lens. So this is a negative distance to the image. And also there's the focal length. Now this is an easy one to remember as well. Think of light coming toward the focal length, or the focal point in this case. The focal length is the distance from the focal point to the mirror or to the lens. If light comes together at the focal point, which is where things focus, that is a positive distance for the focal length. So converging mirrors and converging lenses have a positive focal length distance. Meanwhile, diverging mirrors or lenses have a negative focal length because the light doesn't come there. It's not the focal point for the light. Light instead seems to be going away from the focal point. So that's a negative distance. And then we have the heights of objects. This one again is as it should be. The height of the object, here is positive if it's upward from the principal axis. And here notice this image is negative height because it's downward. And this one over here, this again is a positive image as well. So the heights of the object are positive if they're up, negative if they're downward. Now what about real or virtual? Again over here, an image is real if it's on the side as it should be, on the side that it should be. For mirrors, you would expect images should be on that side. If they are, they're real. If an image is on this side, like over here with this mirror, it's virtual. If an image is on the side of a lens that it should be, which is on the side you think light should go through the lens, it's real. If it's on the other side, it's virtual. And finally, there's the magnification, which according to this formula here is just simply the height of the image over the height of the object. So in this case, the image here is negative and the object is positive. So the magnification is going to be negative, just like you would expect, just as it should be. Over here, notice the image is shorter, but it's still upright, which means the magnification is a positive number, but it's maybe a fraction, like 1/4 or 1/2, just as it should be. So almost all of these things can be remembered as it should be, thinking that mirrors should reflect light, lenses should let light through. That helps you with a lot of this sign convention. If this helps, like and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.